Sam. So it's my pleasure to wrap everything up for you. So I've been diligently working away putting together a presentation. I've cut it down to 100 slides and an hour and a half. So you all right with that? Someone said no, so okay, I'll make it brief. So look, it's what a wonderful conference, and I thank you all for attending because you're at the forefront of where agriculture in this country is going. I worry about the companies, the entities and the people not represented in the room because perhaps they don't understand what's coming their way. We had a wonderful night last night, a sold out dinner, 300 people in attendance and about 100 people online. So it's probably, well, undoubtedly, in my humble opinion anyway, Food Agility's most successful conference, and I'll take the opportunity in the next 10 minutes to thank all the people that have been involved in putting together such a successful conference. But just to recap, the highlights, I'm not giving my jeans up. Anyone that wants to wear my jeans, good luck, Ben. But on a serious note, the things that we can take away from this conference, so this is a quick 2-day summary around the digital and data economy. And one of the key things I took out of yesterday morning was when Dr. Suki was asked about the whole data, robotics, AI and digital platforms. And her response was, she gave a little laugh. She said, "Do you understand the train has left the station? It is happening." And it is well and truly happening here over the last 2 days. Steve Saunders, which was reassuring. And I think most of us understand that digital and data will create lifestyles on farm. If anyone's lived and worked on a farm, you know it's a wonderful lifestyle if that's your hobby, farming. But it's not. It will enhance rural communities. It will make farming more attractive as farming and technology intersect. Dr. Ray Leone this morning, Professor Ray Leone this morning from Charles Sturt University, farming is becoming a technology business. Dave Lamb said that embracing technology and robotics is more about just the physical machinery, but it is de-risking our business. It's de-risking our operating environment, it's helping us with finance applications, and it'll obviously help us with our livestock movements, tracking, traceability, water usage and water wastage. Barry Irvine this morning reminded us that the consumer is king. And we all know consumers are very well informed and want the knowledge around sustainability, soil health, animal welfare and water usage as they have access to much more information than they've ever had before. Barry reminded us that farms need to embrace technology and maximise circular economies. The old language, as Barry indicated, is emissions targets. The new language is circular economy targets. And it's not about recycling, it's about the whole supply chain. He set out an ambitious goal to shift the dial, change the entire Bega Valley. Not much of a target. He wanted to sensorise the whole valley as if it was like you ordering an Uber. So, with that, I'll be looking for global food companies that now report on the work they're doing around circular economies. And I'm sure global markets and capital markets will do the same. Then if we reflect back to Andrew Hagan yesterday morning, and this is the point in time I love to give a presentation with participation from the audience. So I'd like a volunteer, anyone that would like to come up and just run through Andrew's presentation, particularly the issue to discuss the future implications of omnilateral immersions in the live environments as we transfer into the metaverse. Ben, KPMG, I'm sure there's a $100,000 agreement there somewhere. On to data sharing, we set out yesterday that we're working with now National Farmers Federation to set out the policy. The policy will never be 100% right because we are in an innovative and a changing and evolving economy around data. So the policy will always probably be about 80% right. The data sharing agreements have now been set and they can be changed to your industry and your customers, but we have the legal framework to share data. And then importantly, we now have the technology so that your data, when you share it, is not breached through data privacy protected, encrypted databases used through clean rooms. And as Sky said today, we need to break down the data silos and we need integrated databases if we're ever going to reach productivity gains. Sky, as she indicated today, regenerating the landscape can capture 50 billion tonnes of carbon in Australia annually, but yet only 1% of our farmers are engaged in carbon farming. Integrated farming will deliver a positive step change, to quote Sky. Naomi reminded us, which I think everyone in this room probably knows, that accounting for emissions is no longer the target. It's about addressing carbon and sustainability as a right to a market. Not a market premium, but a right to a market. And Guy reminded us a few minutes ago that now the new economy is about growing carbon. And the last question asked there, well, who wins? Well, we all win. If we don't win, consider what we lose if we don't try. So it's my pleasure to thank everyone that's been involved in this conference. From a food agility point of view, it's been highly successful. We broke even. Not that that's... Did I say that out loud? Sorry. But to the Food Agility team, it's been my pleasure to lead this team over the last 15 months. But the last 12 months, as we go into year 6 as a CRC, the last 12 months, we've raised a lot of capital to invest in research in this country, and we will get to a target of over 40 million in the next 12 months of money that we've raised outside of our Commonwealth funding. We're doing economic impacts. We're delivering $164 in economic impact for every dollar we're given. 64 PhDs, highlighted last night by Josh Gilbert and yesterday through Alistair Clark up on stage. 64 PhDs. The average CRC delivers 20. And that program is only delivered through the sheer passion of Dave Lamb and Mick Schaefer. I do want to take the opportunity to thank our sponsors, everyone that had displays throughout the last 2 days, outside and inside. I particularly want to thank CSU and just the absolute pleasure it was to host this event with CSU and use your facilities and your magnificent property here in Wagga. Please go forth, talk about the conference. I hope it does become an annual event, and I'll leave you with 2 quotes from last night from Professor Stan Grant. It's not about who you are, it's about where you are. Live above history and not in history. So ladies and gentlemen, take those forward and let's have a great afternoon, and let's hope to see you back here next year. Thanks very much.